It is rightly said that the readers of today are the leaders of tomorrow. The youngsters of every country or civilization must use their youthful energy in the right direction. For this to happen, they need to have a clarity of mind, and their questions need to be answered and not suppressed. The youth whose confusions and questions find answers are the ones who can give structure to their thought. In this article, we have prepared a list of 10 such motivational books that can make the students of India think on their own and not follow any herd. We believe that everyone, especially students, should develop a habit of regular reading. The mind needs to be charged constantly to stay motivated. These motivational books will certainly help the students of today to awaken. This article has been reviewed by a book blogger Suraj Kumar. Read more as he talks about some tips and tricks to buy motivational books. The first product on our list is 12 Rules for Life, Jordan B. Peterson. This best-selling book by renowned and controversial clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson hits people with some hard truths of life. It acts as a guide to make the most despite life's perennial problems. He eloquently combines ancient traditions with modern scientific research. This book has been very well received by young people ever since it came out. With chapters like, treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping, and tell the truth, or at least don't lie, this book intrigues everyone and does not disappoint. Dr. Peterson has condensed ideas of discipline, freedom, responsibility, and even adventure into these 12 rules. It is a great read for students who are experiencing life in a new way. The second product is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, Robin Sharma. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari is an old book but still finds fans in young people who are reading it now. It is a unique book in that it takes you on a journey of a highly successful lawyer who was forced to confront the spiritual crisis of his imbalanced life. He then goes on to experience life-changing events in the bosom of an ancient culture in the Himalayas. There he learns to have joyful thoughts, cultivate self-discipline, act courageously, live fully, and nourish relationships. The most appealing part of this story is that this lawyer had acquired every material thing he could but was still discontent with his life. The next product is You Are Born to Blossom, A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam is one of the best scientists and presidents the country has produced. He is loved and admired by all. His simplicity was his most significant ornament, and his words still resonate in youngsters' hearts. This book is a perfect example of this visionary man who talks about using information and technology to mine the rural talent of India. The book uses a tree as a metaphor. Through this metaphor, Dr. Kalam explains the process of knowledge bearing fruits in this contemporary world. This book also stresses on transforming society by raising the standards of governance. There are also references to several Indian scientists and artists who have proved that age is no bar to blossom. All students must take inspiration from this great Indian and an even greater human being. The next product in our list is The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist is a powerful book by Paulo Coelho. Its story revolves around a shepherd boy named Santiago who travels from Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasure supposedly buried near the pyramids. On his way, he meets a man who calls himself king, a gypsy woman, and an alchemist. All these three help Santiago in his quest. This quest of finding an unknown treasure of worldly good turns into a discovery of the treasure found within. This book teaches the power of dreams and the importance of listening to our hearts. The next product is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen R. Covey. When first published, this book became a sensation as it made people realize that they are taking their lives in the wrong direction. This book also talked about how small changes and simple things can navigate their lives correctly. The epicenter of this book is success in life. Stephen Richest Covey has also authored other bestsellers such as First Things First, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, The 8th Habit, among others. His books are highly recommended by mentors in a college or a workplace. The next product is The Last Lecture, Randy Pausch. This is a fascinating book as it is based on a situation where a bunch of professors are asked to give a lecture as if it was their last. Randy Pausch, who is a computer science professor at Carnegie Mellon, was also asked to give such a lecture. The only difference was that it was possibly his last lecture, not in imagination but in reality as well. He was recently diagnosed with terminal cancer, but the lecture that he gave, Really Achieving Your Childhood Dreams, was not about death. He delivers a lecture filled with humor, inspiration, and intelligence. The lecture gave the audience hope and rejuvenated them. The readers of this book regard it highly, and this book will remain a popular book for many generations to come. The next product in our list is Igniting Minds A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Another gem by the beloved President of India Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. He focuses on the reasons why so many talented people in the world settle for less than they deserve. His primary goal in this book was to tap the potential of the power of youth that India has. He tells the readers that it is possible to realize their dream of a perfect life. The book is filled with his experiences and anecdotes from his trips all over India. He talks about his experiences with schoolchildren, scientists, teachers, sages, and seers. The result of these trips is this book that motivates students to come back to the winning path and live a life that they dream. Igniting Minds, like all of Kalam's other books, is really popular among the masses. The next product is Bhagavad Gita A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Bhagavad Gita might not be an obvious choice of most people to be categorized under motivational books. However, it is one of the earliest motivational books ever. The questions asked by Arjuna to Lord Krishna are not just his personal questions. They are, in fact, the predicaments a human being faces daily. Students, in particular, have the most questions about education, life, things around them, etc. Bhagavad Gita is a great book for getting many questions of life answered. The next product is Awaken, the Giant Within Anthony Robbins. Over the years, Anthony Robbins had made a name for himself as one of the best motivational speakers and experts in the psychology of change in the world. In this book, Robbins explains his most effective techniques and methods to master your emotions, relationships, finances, and body. This book is known for its practicality. He doesn't just mention rhetorical statements, but rather gives methods that can really be implemented. It is a relatively long book, and students should take their time to read it completely. This way it will be easier to absorb and implement Robbins's ideas. The next product is the Richest engineer Abhishek Kumar. This book is solely dedicated to methods and art of generating wealth. This book has amazing reviews from its readers and has helped many people overcome their struggles with earning money. Abhishek Kumar, in his maiden novel, discusses the timeless wisdom of wealth creation and shows how anybody can become a millionaire. This book revolves around a conversation between two friends, reveals the reasons why some people do not make as much money as others. It guides you in the direction of living the life you have always dreamt of. Do you think this list makes sense? Leave a comment for us. You can find the product link in the description of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest reviews.